Hello and welcome to a Nissan dealership. We have a small Nissan hatchback that is here for some diagnostics, but as long as we're here, we're going to take a look at a Frontier Pro-4X. We are continuing our search for our next off-road rig, and let's go check out and see what Nissan has to offer. In a recent video, I talked about my personal history with the Jeep brand. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it above. But my history with pickup trucks is not nearly as extensive. I have never owned a pickup truck, but I have driven two different trucks. When I was much younger, I worked for a landscaping company, and part of my responsibilities were to drive two of the company's trucks. One of them was a full-size Dodge pickup truck. I believe it was a W250. I'm not positively sure on that, but looking at pictures of mid-80s Dodge pickup trucks, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The other truck I drove was a Ford dump truck. I believe it was on an F350 body. It would have been a late 60s or very early 70s dump truck. It was old when I was driving it in the 80s and 90s. So I believe it was a F350. It might have been bigger than that, but I'm not sure. So that is pretty much the extent of my experience driving pickup trucks. So getting in one today is definitely just to check and see if I like the feel of driving something this big again, because I haven't been in something this big in a while. I am probably a car dealer's worst nightmare. We are looking at this Nissan Frontier Pro-4X, but we really have no budget in mind. We have no timeline in mind, and we don't really have a specific car in mind or truck in mind. But we are starting here. Have driven a lot of trucks lately, or in the recent past. So just to get a feel for if a truck is what I want, we're going to start with this Pro-4X. All right, so my impression after being behind the wheel of the Nissan Frontier Pro-4X for the first time, overall, it handled very well. It's a nice truck. I had expected it somewhat to handle more like an SUV, and it definitely handled more truck-like than I was expecting. The steering is definitely tighter than anything that I've driven recently, definitely tighter than any of the Jeep JKs that I have driven, and that I found to be a little bit surprising, but it wasn't a bad thing. Features-wise, the Pro-4X has more features than anything that I've driven recently, between the 360-degree camera, heated steering wheel, heated seats, power seats, so many features, all the different drive modes. Definitely had more features than the vehicles that I am used to, and overall it was nice. I definitely need to get behind the wheel of some other pickup trucks so I have some reference to compare to, because I have not driven any other trucks recently. So definitely want to continue my search and see what else is out there, and have something to compare the Frontier to. But overall, it drove nice, and it was a good test drive.